Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my promise.
Yup, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. Hey, we got a confession video. Y'all be crazy out here with these confessions, man. Y'all ain't afraid to tell the internet y'all deepest, darkest. Well, I guess it's anonymous, so people don't be thinking. Y'all crazy though. But I'm gonna say this: I only take like 40% of it being true though. The other ones, I think they just be if I made it to the video. So you know what I'm saying. But I think some of them don't be true. But hey, who knows?
I just take everything with a grain of salt. A lot of stuff be for, I guess, entertainment.
Yeah, we all know that. But hey, with that being said, before we get into it, make sure you check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go if you want to first support. All you got to do is check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's visuals.
Like it with a thumbs up.
Man, but let's get into these confessions. Tell us your little dirty secret, your dirty little mother.
Secrets. There's something we all have. And the other day I asked you guys to send me some of yours. For what you may have been asking? Well, today, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be exposing some of your deepest, darkest secrets. Anonymously, of course. And I gotta say it now. Y'all went crazy with these confessions in a bad way. Some of these range from Sweet Home Alabama stuff to straight up crimes, a lot of willy touching, and trauma. All this to say, I love y'all. Please seek professional help and press charges if needed. I'm praying for y'all. Also, to switch it up, I'll be confessing something I've been wanting to tell you guys for a long time. But that's at the end though. All right, let's start. So, I had a girlfriend, and when we were chilling, she was in my apartment. She was taking a shower, and I see a notification on her phone. It was from my best friend Alex, and it was nudes. I snapped, but instead of showing her, I waited. I even married this, but at the wedding, before the vows, in front of her family and friends on the TV, I said I had something to show. Just then, I showed it on the TV, and every single message showed up, and she got dragged out the wedding. By the way, I love your videos.
No.
Cap, cause you ain't finna waste some money on a wedding just to expose her.
What the world?
Do y'all not know how much weddings cost? You calling cap?
Yeah.
Love hearing stories like this. Making a whole PowerPoint to expose your cheating fiance? Love the dedication for the revenge. And the patience too. I wouldn't have waited till the wedding. I wouldn't have waited at all. I would have been in prison. Double money. I'm a quadriplegic in a wheelchair, but I can move my left leg a little bit. Just enough to lightly kick some. Nobody at school besides close friends knew that. So, I would kick this one classmate when nobody was looking. And when he tell people I kicked him, I pretended to cry and say he's mocking the handicap. Everyone thought he was a jerk for lying. And when people looked away, I gave him an evil grin. This went on throughout the year and he got bullied for bullying me. I'm sorry, Michael, but not really. Yo, this is so messed up.
That might be true though.
I don't blame you. If I was in your shoes, F it. Might as well test out the water. See what you can do. See how much you can get away with. I had this one friend who was basically the weeb final boss. This man had so many body pillows in his room. He was incredibly obese, but worst of all, he played League of Legends. I'm also convinced he doesn't know what grass is. I've tried many times to cure this man from his diseases until one day I had enough. I said if he didn't get rid of at least 15 body pillows in a week, I'd do something very devious. He didn't believe me since I was the nice guy of the group, but he was dead wrong. After that week, I snuck into his house and threw all of the 35 body pillows outside, and I set them all on fire. The fire department showed up because the fire got way too big and still no one knows it was me. I also smashed his PC with a hammer. F League of Legends. I'm in full agreement with you. If I had a weeaboo friend, I'd do the same thing. Like, I like anime, but dang, bro. You
confessing to arson? I doubt it.
It's anonymous.
I doubt it.
Like anime. And honestly, you did him a favor getting rid of his PC. Not only did you get rid of League, but you could have easily gotten his PC searched. 35 body pillows? Once you get past 20, that's probable cause. We don't know what you got on that device. Okay, so one time, me and my friend spent the night at an abandoned house, and we decided to play around with a Ouija board. And we thought nothing would happen. But the minute we started to play around with it, our EMF reader went off like crazy. It went all the way to red, and we saw a cabinet fall down right next to us. And I did the smartest thing, which was getting the heck out of there. Long story short, apparently that house was built on top of a graveyard. Love your videos, by the way. Ouija board at an abandoned house. You don't even gotta tell me what you and your friends look like. I'm already knowing. All those incantation games, Bloody Mary, Charlie, that stuff, never my vibe. For what? I summon some entity, then 15 years later my kids talking about some imaginary friend that don't like me? I'm good. And y'all use the Ouija board. That means you're tapping in with every spirit within a 5-mile radius like it's Tinder or something. Yeah, built on a graveyard or not, y'all tripping. Back when I was in middle school, whenever my parents would piss me off, I would dunk their toothbrush in the toilet and flush it. After that, I put it like nothing was wrong. I did that for months, smiling when they brushed their teeth with toilet water. I haven't told a soul. Sorry, Mom. What is wrong with y'all? These are your parents. They raised you while you were practically useless, fed you, bathed you, and you reward them with toilet bowl water, toothbrushes? You think that's right?
See, that's the reason why the kids got to stay out of the parents' bedroom. You don't come in my bedroom. You knock before you even enter this motherfucker. Do you have, like, some parents are like that though? The kids cannot come in their room. You know what I'm saying? I can go in your room, but mom and daddy room off limits.
Yeah.
I don't blame them though. Shit like that. It's giving me suburban.
What were they doing that was getting you so mad that you had to do? Telling you to do your homework? Telling you can't hang out with friends? Y'all are sick. Alright, so pretty much in 10th grade, there was this weird girl who had a crush on me. She was crazy AF and would get jealous if I talked to anyone besides her for any amount of time. We weren't dating or anything. So eventually when she asked me out, I said no. She got mad, like crazy mad. Somehow she found out where I live and threw a box over my back fence. And when I opened it, I saw a decapitated teddy bear and a note covered in red splatter, which I did not read for obvious reasons. Anyway, since she was a good student, she got all the awards or whatever. So during the assembly, I read the note in front of the whole school. It just said how she was going to murk my family or whatever. And I'm pretty sure she got sent to an insane asylum or something. I don't know. Love the vids. Alright, so this story is low-key crazy, but hear me out. I low-key think you fumbled. Hold on, now hear me. You can see this two ways. Yeah, you can see it as this girl might be crazy. She was getting jealous, sent a couple threats, you know, she's a typical nutcase. Or this could potentially be the love of your life. I mean, just think about it. If she's willing to pack you up for just talking to others, imagine what she'd do for you after y'all are together. No need to thank me, but I just gave you a crazy idea, bro. No, but
especially she bad, bro. You fumbled. She bad, bro. They said them crazy bitches got that.
That's why a lot of y'all end up in a situation.
Them crazy joints got that 5-5. They wet, they splash.
Go to whatever asylum she was admitted to.
And she might got that hot.
And go get her back. That's your love Quinn right there. This was a few years ago when I was like 9 or 10. I was dog sitting my cousins, Oscar, and my sister and I were playing with the dog. I was pretending to be a dog and my sister said, the real dog will pee on the floor right now. I peed on the rug as my sister watched in horror. We blamed Oscar and my mom had to clean it up. I haven't told anyone. Yes, I'm ashamed for what I did and I cringe each time I remember.
Wow.
See, I was gonna flame you, but I think you've learned your lesson, so I'm gonna let you slide. And you know, at least pat yourself on the back or the head, because you stayed in character. Killed my aunt's baby chicken with a rake because I felt like it. The family grilled my sociopathic the whole evening, and every time I pleaded not guilty. I was 8. Man, I hope I win your PS5 offer this year from Uganda, Africa. Didn't win last year. Name's Ernest. Love your videos. Took me through some college days just listening to you talk about stuff. Well, Ernest, after the story you just told me, you will not be winning that PS5. This is my darkest secret. I stole my ex-best friend's boyfriend from her while she was in the hospital with pneumonia. And 2 years later, she died and we went to her funeral. 4 years later, we got married. Okay, so by ex-best friend, you mean she backstabbed you prior to passing?
No. Ex-best friend means they were best friend at the time, but she gone.
But she gone now, and you married her, so you don't consider her.
You stole her, so you always had your eye on her man.
While she in the hospital sick, and y'all over
dying,
here
pneumonia,
fighting for her life.
2 years later, she gone. And
you was never her
now y'all
friend.
Married with a baby carriage.
It was never her friend.
No way. Which led you to take her boyfriend in an act of revenge, right? You don't mean she was actually your best friend and you just took her boyfriend while she was dying in the hospital, right? This is so messed up. I can't even defend you. Did y'all at least tell her, try to get the blessing or something? I mean, should you even tell her she's already dying? This is so messed up. You might be a monster. I'm starting to realize I was in some really bad fandoms within my childhood. Since I was 3 or 4, don't remember, I was in the Sonic fandom, then the FNAF fandom, then the Undertale fandom, then the Sonic fandom again, in that order. I was about to be sucked into the My Hero Academia fandom before I matured. Whew. Whew, you cut it close, buddy. But the damage those fandoms did to me was already done and was bad. Mainly the FNAF fandom. It broke my humor to pieces because of the content farms, and my music taste was ruined thanks to the fan music for a good while. Until I found heavy metal because of Metallica. In a word of advice to people who are still in a bad fandom, save yourself while you still can. Trust me. You'll be happier. I'm glad you got out early, my boy, because you are definitely right. Some of these fandoms can get crazy, especially the FNAF and My Hero fandoms. Like, man, I'm a fan of both of these, but man, I've seen some weird stuff in both. I used to talk to photos of William acting like he was my husband and not Claire afterwards. I did more than talk to the photos. Y'all see what I was talking about? First off, Derek, I'd like to say I've been a huge fan of yours since your Yeet Fans video. Please keep making videos. They keep you from wanting to blow. Moving on to the confession. Make sure to strap down because this one is a lot. Back when I was 7 years old, I had this very weird uncle. And I don't mean just the kind of weird you see from those kids across a classroom. I mean weird. He worked in those fancy labs, I forgot the name, that would look at the bodies of the deceased. He would always brag about how brave he was to do such a job and how much money he made. But what made it a bit weird is that he'd go in grave detail about what happened to the bodies. Example, how they died, what they looked like, and if they were female, how big their were. Now being 7, I didn't really understand what he was talking about, but my dad sure did and pretty much yelled at him to never bring it up again. But every time he left the room, he just keep talking about it to me and my sister. I'm not sure why he thought a 7 and 4-year-old would be interested in that stuff, but everyone's got a hobby, I guess. Soon after.
I wonder, like, when people die, right, and they die in, like, a traumatic situation, does the trauma still be on their face? Like, if they die, do they, like, or do they just, you know what I'm saying? I wonder, has anybody, like, died and, like, and then they face is still in, like, that? Because I'd be like, damn, bro, what the fuck happened?
Like, if they...
I don't know, like, whatever traumatic situation.
Yeah.
Or do they eventually just go to rest?
Yeah. That's a good question.
After I turned 9, he moved states and pretty much cut contact with everyone. And for a few years, no one knew what was going on or where he was. Fast forward to my 12th birthday, my grandparents get a call that my uncle was going to prison for acts against corpses.
Oh, shit.
And pretty much taking and selling body parts to shady people, which probably explained why he made so much money. Not only was his habit of liking dead bodies weird, but apparently he loved the fact that dead people can't really overpower him. Oh my. So he'd pretty much do whatever he wanted to them. My whole family had to go to court and pretty much watch as he started tweeting at the judge saying the court was all BS and that the government was a bunch of corrupted idiots. He had some strong political beliefs. And in the end, he was given life in prison, and I haven't heard anything about him other than the fact that he bit an inmate's ear off. But Derek, I'm a huge fan of your videos. Keep up the good work. I'm always watching you. Bro,
that's crazy.
I don't think your uncle was supposed to be doing that. Y'all know how they be saying
crazy.
There were no signs?
I can see that. Yeah, I was finna say that.
I don't know. I may be a little. I can believe that.
I can believe that because for one, it was so much detail.
Yeah, especially like we had did a video with the woman like selling like parts and stuff like that.
Well, he worked for a company.
Yeah, but still.
But he wasn't selling. He was dumping.
Okay, well, dumping them, which is still crazy. He was just dumping them out in the wilderness, throwing them, chunking them. I thought he was selling some of them in the parts that didn't get sold. He was dumping them. I don't remember.
He had a company, and they would sell it for like, say for instance, y'all need an experiment to use a body part to run, like do a test.
Yeah, but something like that. I could just believe it because people do be on like stuff like that, and then like you having relation with the corpse, like that's some sick stuff.
He was using bodies that were deemed to be like people who have, what is it? They are donors.
Oh yeah.
When your body, when you're a donor, your body is left. Yeah, they gonna donor your body. All right. He spreading them things all out through the. I said all over the fucking. No, not the desert. The desert. That's what it was.
I don't think your uncle was supposed to be doing that. Y'all know how they be saying there were no signs? Yeah, that's not the case here. There were plenty. Okay. The second he started discussing the cup size of deceased women, GG's, found the place. Send that man to the same asylum that girl went to. On a serious note, I'm sorry you and your sister and your dad and your grandparents had to go through that. On the bright side, this kind of stuff isn't hereditary, and when he was telling you about it, you were too young to even understand what was going on, so, you know, he couldn't influence you. I hope. I'm gonna be honest. I racist... But I love your content. I rarely see black people in my country, and when I see one, I'm just reading normally. I rarely see black people in my country, and when I see one, I feel hatred and anger for some reason. Me and my friends are saying the N-word secretly so they won't get angry, and also, only one of our friends is black. See, people like this just confuse me. What do you mean you just feel hatred and anger? What?
Right?
Gotta be.
We don't know where they are, but.
Because what I'm saying is, like, Poland. I'll go into that Poland video. Baby.
They could be anywhere, child.
True. But all we know is it ain't America. Well, I'm saying because they said they live in a country where they don't really see a lot of black people.
Yeah.
So what's the country, you know what I'm saying? Like South America, a lot of them consider themselves black.
And did you see the spelling?
I ain't see the spelling. I'm trying to cross this video out. My bad. I ain't see the spelling.
For no reason? It gotta stem from somewhere. Did a black dude date your crush in middle school? Did a black girl reject you when you were young?
Right.
Both of these are still not valid enough reasons to...
No. I gotta see the spelling. What?
Don't worry about it. It was just misspelling. That's all it was.
Yeah. Because they're using translations.
I hate a whole race, but if you're gonna be racist, at least have a reason. Saying you just feel it. You don't just feel it. You didn't come out the womb saying goo goo gaga. All lives matter. As for the N-word thing, why are you doing it in secret? If you gonna hate proudly, man. Shoot for the stars. Come to the Bronx. I know some nice products that will happily adopt you and welcome you in after you say it to their face. Shoot me an email or a DM on IG. I'll fly you out. Thanks for the love. Hey, so like I have a massive crush on this guy and he's kind of chopped, but you know, good chopped. I don't know what that means. I've been liking him for about 6 months, and during that time, I found his address, entire family's Facebook. Love everyone. Find out what happened to his dad in jail, his secret YouTube channel, and a 200 photo album of photos of him he doesn't know I took. Facebook photos, driver's permit, and more to the list, but I ain't trying to write a Bible in here. But in conclusion, love your vids, appreciate you very much, and I'm just a girl, and he will be mine. He doesn't like me, but trust, I'm gonna get the bag. Now, some of y'all may be looking at the screen shocked right now about how she found out all this information. And if it was a few years ago, I'd be too. But no, this is normal. For my fellas at home watching this, girls are little detectives. Imagine Batman and Sherlock Holmes combined and now throw them out the window. Because the average girl's a better detective than both of them. So just know, whatever you think she don't know, she knows. When I was 12, I collected my toenail clippings in a jar for 6 months. Convinced I could grow a clone of myself if I mixed them with the right ingredients. I kept it hidden under my bed. Nails, bits of chewed gum, a dead moth, some blood from a nosebleed, and a slice of ham that turned green by week 3. I stirred it daily with a pencil. Whispering nonsense I believed sounded like ancient magic. It stank like rot and regret, but I was obsessed. One night, I swear it moved. I heard sloshing, and when I lifted the lid, something inside hissed. I screamed and threw the whole jar out the window. My neighbor's dog ate the contents and had to be taken to the vet after vomiting black sludge all over the living room. I never told anyone what was really in that jar. To this day, I wonder what might have happened if I had kept feeding it. I love your videos, by the way. Drop the
You ain't right.
Am I tripping?
Drop
or was
the
this
who?
dude just making Kenneth from Gumbo? You know Alvin and the Chipmunks? Brittany. Wait, what you mean, Brittany? Oh. My grandma came to visit from DR, but she was so annoying and picky, so I put laxatives in my grandma's juice because I wanted her to feel sick and leave back to DR. Yeah, I revoke your Dominican status. You're no longer Dominican. What is wrong with you? You know the rules. You never disrespect abuelitas, no matter how disrespectful they are to you. Apologize to Granny and you go back to the motherland if you want to be Dominican again. In elementary school, I hit a black girl with a jump rope and said, get back to work. Oh my. See, for every white person that still blames themselves for colonization, there's kids like this. I blame the parents. Alright, last one, then my confession. I kind of regret doing this, but this story begins when I was playing outside in the backyard with my friend James. We were playing football, we were having fun and all, but James kicked the ball into our neighbor's backyard. But he was traveling, so he didn't know. We went to his house to get the ball, but we found a pressure washer. We were kids at the time, around 12 years old. I've never seen one before, so I was confused on what it was. I thought it was a gas tank thingy in the gas station. So I just pointed it towards the ground to check, and it was water. 12-year-old me was fascinated at this machine. So much so that I forgot about the ball. But suddenly, the neighbor's dog barks at me and scares me. So out of panic, I shoot the dog with the pressure washer. And I didn't know it got hurt, so I just kept going for a solid 2 minutes. I stopped the thing and go to the dog. I look over to it, and it's not moving. The thing went straight through its forehead, and I could see its skull. Oh my. I didn't know if it killed her or not, but I just took the ball and ran. I never saw that dog again. James witnessed the whole thing, but he hasn't told a soul. I trust James with my life. I do feel bad about this though, because sometimes I see my neighbor outside and she's sad. I still talk to her though, but I feel guilty every time I do so. Yo, this is This is dark. Like, I read a few of these confessions. People murking their pets, that seems to be commonplace. But this one takes the cake. I don't even know what to say. I guess.
Y'all some damn
special place for people like that.
Y'all some future serial killers, bro. Y'all out here want to kill animals
that one made me mad.
That one made you mad? Why it make you mad, see? Huh? Why it make you mad?
You know.
Nah, tell the people.
I just love animals. I don't know.
Did you watch the animal video I sent you earlier?
I did.
What was it?
With the dogs.
I'm just checking.
Be too hard on yourself. You were just a kid. You didn't mean to do it. But at the same time, dang, that's someone's dog. And I don't mean like dog. I mean your dog. Because, you know, when you love your dog enough, he becomes your dog. You feel me? Dang, I really don't know. Shout out James. He's really your dog. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, my confession. But before that, it's time for a rapid fire round. I one time was so down bad for a girl. She came to my house and used the restroom. I went to the restroom when she finished and just laid my face on the toilet seat. You are bad at Minecraft. Nice, no cap. When I was little, I had the biggest crush on Kim possible. I asked my parents to buy me a Kim toy for Christmas and I got it. I would literally lick it before bed. I bought the Switch 2 welcome tour. I made my friends break up so I could date one. Then I broke her arm pushing her on a playground. I do not want to tell anybody this. But since you asked, I must tell you that I am the Rizzler. I see dead people. I love you, Derek. My friend once told me he beat it to a girl Bitmoji. I got smashed in the head by a chair in school. I smashed a chair over this kid's head. And now, my confession. So, I've been very open to you guys about things related to me. Y'all know where I'm from, things I like watching, stuff I'm allergic to. I mean, I talk to some of y'all every day on Discord. I had to plug it. But it's important to the confession. On that Discord, I receive fan art sometimes. And when I say I appreciate the fan art, I truly do appreciate it. All of y'all dedicating even an hour, 30 minutes, 30 seconds of your time to draw me something, that means the world to me. But there is one issue with a vast majority of those drawings. One thing you guys don't seem to notice when looking at my PFP, something that might change the way you guys look at me forever. Probably not. And that is, my hair is straight. I know. I don't have an afro or twist or dreads or curly hair at all. I'm like Cat Williams, but it's real. But Derek, I thought you were Dominican. I am Dominican. It's not that common, but sometimes, even if your parents are both naturally curly haired, that Spanish colonizer Christopher Columbus blood comes through and creates Dominicans like me, the racially ambiguous ones. I've been called everything in the book. Asian and black, Arab and black, Indian and black, Moroccan. I've even been called exotic. I was hated and loved for it as a child. Older Dominican family members would glaze me, telling me I have the good hair. Yeah, I know, that's crazy. While the younger ones, they ain't received the same glaze, so you could imagine how they felt about me. This treatment I received all ties back to some Dominican history I'm not gonna get into now. Just know, we had a dictator back in the day that was more into white chocolate over chocolate. And he was influenced by Hitler, which led to Dominicans hating on themselves and each other, internalized racism, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. Point is, my hair is straight, okay? It's straight. There are some advantages to this racial ambiguity though. For example, when I'm walking around white neighborhoods hoodied up, and I sense an older white man threatened by my presence, you know, speed walking and stuff, I can simply take my hood off, revealing my straight hair, you know, letting them know, hey, I'm one of you guys.
Fuck that, I don't do that shit. I'm gonna stand 10 toes with my black ass. But the white men, I don't know what they got a little fetish about me. They love come. Hey bud, how you doing? The other day I'm on the phone with my mom. Oh, I like your shirt, man. I like your shirt. I'm like, get the fuck up out of my face, man. I'm on the fucking phone. Love talking, man. I'm like, you see me on the phone, motherfucker. Leave me the fuck alone.
And easing some of the tension. Sometimes they keep speed walking, browner skin and all. But hey, sometimes they slow down by a step or two. So yeah, it ain't all bad. I hope y'all still love me and accept me with this newfound information. I didn't want y'all to just keep drawing me with curly hair. It felt like I was living a lie.
Oh.
But yeah, thanks for the art. Comment down below the confession you thought was the craziest or the funniest. I will be doing a sequel eventually, so be on the lookout for an outro or a post on YouTube or IG on the...
He do got straight hair,
I will be doing a sequel eventually, so be on the lookout for an outro or...
It is straight. You can see it right here. Damn. Oh, straight hair ass motherfuckers. Oh.
on YouTube or IG on the Discord. Thank you to everyone who submitted a confession. I really do love you guys, even the deviants. Please seek professional help if you need it. Men and women, both of you, please. Yes. There is light at the end of the tunnel, I promise. And light. Yeah, I love you guys. I hope y'all still love me. And moral of the story, I didn't subscribe to you.
Now I need a break. Trying to run away, trying to get away. So I could be.
But yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
Cool vid though. What you think?
Yeah. I like the confession video. Them knows.
Oh yeah, you are. That is.
Even if it's like y'all just making up stuff, I'll be like, that's crazy. But
yeah, nosy.
The one with the uncle though, that one was crazy.
Oh yeah. I do believe that. Though.
I do believe it though. Maybe I'm crazy, but I do believe it.
Or that too. But hey, y'all spam us up, man. Y'all let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how it go, man. I do go over the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
Time to kick it, got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.